Alright, Shalom Akim, this is Yabatazah coming back to prophesy the downfall of America, to let the Negro Latinos and Native American Indians know that you're the true Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. Alright, and to come through the scripture, to the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Alright, to edify, to build up the nation of Israel, the elect, the house of David, to build up the preachers thereof. Okay, and to, basically spiritually attack this wicked kingdom known as Egypt, spiritually known as Egypt and Sodom. Alright, Babylon. Alright, Babylon the Great, which is America. Okay, that's prophesied in the scriptures. And basically just go into some scriptures going based off Esau and how Esau has no salvation, man. Alright, and directing this towards Nathanel 7 over there in Iuic, saying that not to speak against Esau, so-called white man. Alright, the Caucasians, the Amalekites, the Khazarians, the ones that govern the whole earth in unrighteousness and wickedness. Okay, so that's going off, Nathaniel, because you're trying to you're trying to tell the congregation not to speak against your enemy, when the Lord is against the enemy. He's against Esau. He loved Jacob and hated Esau, man. So you're going off, man, and you're going to be dealt with in a proper time, man. All right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, so I'm going to get into that. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 34. Let me start at verse 33. It says, "Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners." Right. So Nathaniel, he communed with his own spirit with demons, not realizing that he got taken by them, man. Because once upon a time, Nathaniel 7 was part of Yahweh Shai's body, man. He was teaching the names. All right. And he was speaking in the Lashon Kadash, the Hebrew. All right, the Paleo Hebrew. Okay. But then as time progressed, the Lord took him away, and now he's telling the people, all right, the nation or Israelites, not to speak against the so-called white man Esau, who was the enemy. The spirit of the Lord told King David to who's going to rise up against the evildoers, man. All right, who are the evildoers, man? It's not just Israel. You got the other nations. The Bible talks about speaking this word throughout the four corners of the earth to all nations, to every living creature. Okay? Is not Esau a living creature? Is not Moab a living creature? Come on, man. So your evil communication has corrupted your good manners, man. Now you don't like the name Yahweh Shai. You hate the men of the highways and the byways that come under GMS. All right? It says, "Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners. Awake to righteousness and sin not. For some have not the knowledge of Yahweh. I speak this to your shame." So we're speaking this to your shame, man. So we're telling you a rebuttal, so to speak, telling you that your congregation is going to be put to death, man. And if you don't flee from Nathaniel 7, you're going to be put to death too. All right? Just like these 2/3 out here. The Negro Latinos and Native American Indians that don't want to get right, you're going to be put to death in the streets of America, man. Your elderly, your children, your wives, all that, man, because the Bible speaks about it. Why? Because you failed to meet the expectations of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You failed to fear him. Okay? Because the Bible clearly tells you on who's gonna make it and not make it, man. Alright? You can't be partial in anything, man. You can't be partial in anything when it comes to the doing the work of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And you know that, Nathaniel. I don't know you personally, but I'm speaking to you because you're the main head over there at that school, telling people what about GMS, the brothers of GMS and things of that nature, man. When we're the only ones that are getting through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, through the elders that get deep into the knowledge. We go into the historical facts, man. We go into the languages. We go into the etymology of words and root words, the prefixes and suffixes. GMS is the only one that does that, man. It says, this is 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 20. "Them that sin rebuke before all, that others also may fear. I charge thee before Yahweh and the Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach and the elect angels, that thou observe these things without preferring one before another, doing nothing by partiality," man. Okay? So we got to do it. We got to eat the whole row. All right? We have to speak to every nation, man. All right? It's not just about Israel. We gotta let the heathens know what they did, what they've done, what they're gonna be rewarded with. So what are you talking about? Not to say nothing to the Esau, or not say nothing to the Edomites. You know? Read it again. 1 Timothy 5:20. Them that sin rebuke before all, that others also may fear. You see? So if we know that according to the Bible, Amalek is going to receive a perpetual judgment by Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, which is basically he ain't going to receive no mercy or forgiveness, we're supposed to rebuke him that others may fear, not to follow after that same example, man. Okay? We go right here to Hebrews chapter 12, start at verse 15. It says, looking diligently, lest any man fail of the grace of Yahweh. So we got to be diligent and looking towards the grace of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right? Lest any man fail. And how do you fail? By following the footsteps of those that were wicked, man. All right? So we're supposed to take heed to those things. We're supposed to take heed after the acts, the works of the wicked, man, the 2/3 and the other nations, on how not to be like them. Okay? It says, looking diligently, lest any man fail of the grace of Yahweh, lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you, and thereby many be defiled. And that's what happened in Nathanel, man, in this congregation. If there's any elect, they're gonna be drawn out of there. But you've been defiled, man. You've been defiled by all the different philosophies. You've been defiled by your own imaginations, your thoughts. Okay? You failed to remain in the scriptures, man. You failed to remain in the proper alignment of the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. For whatever reason, man. All right? It says, and there many be defiled, man. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. And you're giving it all up for a little bit of fucking fame here in America, man. Just so you can try to get and brownie points with Esau, these Edomites, man. You know? So y'all basically become fornicators and profane persons, defiled, man. For ye know that how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. So 2/3 of the nation of Israel are rejected by Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. Because you're none of his, man. Not all Israel is Israel. Okay? So you follow after your father, the devil, which is Esau, man, the Edomites. You're a liar like your father, Esau, man. Okay? You cannot take and add away from the scriptures, man. All right? You see, be found a liar and a blasphemer, man. And you know what happens to those that blaspheme against the Holy Spirit. All right? John chapter 8, verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abide not in the truth. See, and they're not abiding in the truth, man. You wandered away. You went astray from the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. You stepped out of that body, man. You took part with the heathens, man. All right, you wanted to mingle with darkness, man. You see, you didn't want to stay in the light of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua under his protection, his hedge. You see, so now you're being labeled as your father, the devil, man. All right, it says he was a murderer from the beginning and abide not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. So there's no truth in you 2/3, man. There's no truth in IUIC. All right, there's no truth there in that camp, man. All right, all they're being truthful towards is how deceitful they are, man. How they show how they're contrary to the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right, it says, when he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. You see, so you're a father of it, man. You don't even know that Satan is residing inside of you, Nathanel, and your congregation. All right, but like I said, there's probably elect men, women, and children there that are going to be taken out in the days to come. But until then, we're gonna tell you the terror of the Lord. We're gonna tell you the terror of the nations that are going to receive judgment from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. Okay, the scriptures say, knowing the terror of the Lord, we persuade men, and that through these examples, we don't want to follow after those examples, man. After the examples of certain individuals being destroyed by the Lord, man. This is Job chapter 19, verse 29. Be ye afraid of the sword, for wrath bringeth the punishments of the sword, that you may know there is a judgment. And that's plain, man. Okay? And the heathens, they don't believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So when that sword comes, then that's when they're going to believe. Right? Then that's when they're going to believe that Yahweh Shai exists, man. That Yahweh exists. And that's how a lot of you 2/3, y'all have that same Edomite spirit, man. You know? See here. This is Psalms 9 and 15. It says, the heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made, and the net which they hid is their own foot taken. The Lord is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. See, and you're gonna be snared up in the work of your own hands, Iuic, Nathanel. Okay? You're found out to be a liar, man. You ain't walking in the truth, in the spirit of truth. Okay? It says, the wicked shall be turned into hell, and all nations that forget Yahweh. See? So all these other nations that forgot Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai exist, they're going to be dealt with in due time. Okay? So it's our job to proclaim that, man. To proclaim this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding before all nations, before all faces. All right? Because Israel's everywhere. It says, for the needy shall not always be forgotten. The expectation of the poor shall not perish forever. Arise, O Lord, let not man prevail. Let the heathen be judged in thy sight. Put them in fear, O Yahweh, that the nations may know themselves to be but men. Salah. You see? So that's plain, man. You can't get around that, Nathanel. You cannot get around what the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai has already decreed. Okay? The scriptures say in Jeremiah 28:8 that the prophets before me have prophesied against many countries, great kingdoms of evils and pestilence and things of that nature. Does it not say that? All right. So there's another scripture I was going to bring out, man. It left my mind. Let me see. We'll go ahead and go back to Hebrews chapter 12, verse 17. It says, for ye know that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. For he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears. You see? So Esau has to be told that he's not going to receive salvation, man. These Edomites have to know that they're not going to receive salvation. Why? Because there's a doctrine out there that's being taught to everybody, saying that everybody can be saved, when that's contrary to the Lord, man. So you have to address that situation, or have to address that problem, okay, and get it straight, because that's what Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is about, man. He's about truth. All right, he's about proclaiming the word, the light into a dark place, man. Okay, so Esau is not going to inherit the kingdom, man. He's not going to be saved and things of that nature. All right, he's known as a profane person. Anybody that's profane is not going to inherit the kingdom of Yahweh. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh? See, and Esau is known as the unrighteous, man. All right, he's known as the wicked. Okay, so you got to be mindful of that, man. This is Malachi chapter 1, verse 1. It says, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith Yahweh, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Saith the Lord, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau. And I laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Okay, so it's already letting us know that who the Lord is dealing with, man. Okay? Because going back all the way to Genesis chapter 25, it basically telling us know that two major subjects in the Bible, the two characters in the scriptures are being talked about, and there's going to be a prophecy on both behalves. They're going to be fulfilled. Okay? And it doesn't change, man. All right? But it says, I have Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever, man. So you're gonna exempt Malachi chapter 1? You're gonna take out the book of Obadiah? Because it's there for a reason, for it to be made known to all people, man. You see? So you're doing what an Edomite would do, man, or what a devil would do. Okay? Because the Lord says they're going to be known as the border of wickedness, and who against the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever, man. All right? So going back to 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 9, it says, know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh? Okay? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of Yahweh, man. Okay? So you can't get around this stuff, man. This is Ephesians 5 and 5. For this you know, that no whoremonger, nor unclean person, nor covetous man, who is an idolater, hath any inheritance in the kingdom of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach and of Yahweh. You see? So Yahweh Shai has an indignation forever towards Edom, man. The Edomites, Adawam, all right? It says, Ephesians 5 and 6, let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of Yahweh upon the children of disobedience. So the wrath of Yahweh is going to be poured upon you. IUIC, man. The IUIC members that are teachers out there that are spreading false doctrine to the congregation, all right, spreading the flock, that are rising up against Yahweh Shai in the spirit. The wrath of Yahweh is going to fall upon you, man, because you are the children of disobedience, man. You know, it's like y'all simpletons over there. Y'all think like Nathanel is some kind of God, man. We're coming straight from the scriptures, man. And we already know through years of experience how y'all people like to talk down, saying that we think Elder Tahar is a God. He's not our God, man. Yahweh Shai, our God, is our power. He's a man that guided us through the Spirit. The Lord worked to use him as a vessel to teach us, man. Okay? So we do give him honors. We do reverence and respect him as a man. All right? But the people over there, what do you think you are? Nathaniel may think you're a God, that you could decree certain things on the earth. You got to eat the whole roll, man. You can't take certain scriptures and books out of the Bible. Everything has to be read, man. Precept upon precept. Here a little, there a little. Okay? It says, Ephesians 5 and 6, let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of Yahweh upon the children of disobedience. Be ye not therefore partakers with them. You see? That's why we're not the same. Can two walk lest they be agreed? You know? No, man. We do not agree with you. That's why we're up here speaking against your madness, man. Against your false doctrine. This so-called commandment that you're trying to put out. You know? Who do you think you are, man? This is Ephesians 3 and 3. Or Amos 3 and 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed? You know? So that's why Yahweh Shai has you separated from the congregation of GMS. All right? That's why we do not agree with you. That's why we don't walk hand in hand with your members, man. All right? Because of the doctrines that y'all have, man. It says, will a lion roar in the forest when he had no prey? Will a young lion cry out of his den if he have not taken nothing? Can a bird fall in a snare upon the earth where no gin is for him? Shall no one take up a snare from the earth and have taken nothing at all? And shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? You see? And we're sounding the trumpet and the people have to be afraid, man. They have to know that a sword is coming. They have to know who the enemy is. All right? It says never trust thy enemy. So if it's a commandment not never to trust our enemy, how are we supposed to identify who the enemy is, man, if we're not allowed to talk about it? You know? It's like you're trying to break down everything that the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai has done, beginning with Abba Bivens, man, all the way to this very point, man. Because for a long time, nobody knew who the son of perdition was. Nobody knew who the son of the wicked were, or who Esau was, or who Cain was, or what the mark was that Cain received. You're trying to tear all that down, man. It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city and the Lord had not done it? The Lord does all these things, man. He created the good and the bad and light and darkness, man. Evil and good. You know, the Lord wants this to be proclaimed, man. Whatever is revealed in darkness or in secret has to be revealed and proclaimed upon housetops, man. Before the face of our enemies, man. That's plain. Who did it? All the prophets done it before the face of the enemy, before the Assyrians, the Babylonians, all right, the Greeks, the Romans, all right, even to this very time, right now, it's still happening. There ain't nothing changed. There ain't nothing new underneath the sun, man. Everything's continue as it needs to. The only difference is that Esau's kingdom is expired, man. His time's up, and the kingdom's going to be translated into another profitable nation, man, which is Yasha'Allah, Israel, which is the Negro Latinos and Native American Indians, man. All right, Ephesians 5:7. Be not ye therefore partakers with them, for ye were sometimes darkness, but now are ye light in the Lord. Walk as children of light. So we're supposed to be walking as children of light, man. All right, not partial. Okay, the Lord already told you if you're lukewarm, He's gonna spew you out of His mouth, man. So He wished you were cold or hot. All right. It says, for the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth, proving what is acceptable unto the Lord, man. So we gotta prove what is acceptable to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and it's acceptable to talk about the enemy, about who enslaved us, about who is killing us to this very day, man. Okay. The mystery Babylon, man. Well, you forgot about that. Who is the mystery Babylon, man? All right, who is that? You know, it's America, man. The Roman Catholic Church, a false prophet. All right, the EU, the NATO, man. Its whole system, its whole structure, its system that has everybody enslaved, man. That got everybody following after all these penal codes and city ordinances and laws of the land and things of that nature that are all contrary to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. It says, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. So you got to reprove them. What does the word reprove, man? It means to correct. All right? It means to correct, man, and to rebuke. You got to rebuke them, man. Sharply. What are you talking about? Not to speak against Esau, you know? You're coming with some left-hand trickery, man. You know? Which is not, it's none of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. You got a heavy spirit of Esau on you, man. All right? This is Titus chapter 1, Titus chapter 1, verse 9. Hold fast the faithful word as he has been taught, that he may be able by sound doctrine both to exhort and to convince the gainsayers. Okay, that's what we do every day, man. We talk to Jake, we talk to the Negro, Latino, and Native American Indians, let them know what's going down, man. To convince them, to bring them back to the old path, man. To bring them back to the true knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Not this old Christianity that's out here in America, man. All right, which the so-called white man brought that Christianity over here to enslave who? The Negro, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man. So we got to draw them out of that darkness, man. Take up that white image out of their mind, man. Okay? That Caesar Borgia image, that's who the world called Jesus Christ. All right? That's not what the Lord looked like, man. So we got to draw them out of that, man. It says, for there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision. See, and Nathanel's part of the circumcision because he knows that he's a Hebrew Israelite, man. So his mouth must be stopped. So what are you talking about, man? What are you talking about telling the people that to leave Esau alone? To not speak up against Esau? The Lord said not to be partial in anything, man. He told the Pharisees and the scribes that they omitted the weightier matter. All right? Let's get that, man, because you're just a Pharisee and a scribe, man. You're just an old-time Pharisee. All right? This is what he told, Yahushua told in Matthew 23 and 23. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you pay tithe of mint and anise and cumin, right? And have omitted the weightier matters of the law. So you know Nathanel's getting all that money, right? Nathanel's getting tithes, all right, and some. All right, now he's trying to omit the weightier matters of the law, which is what? Judgment, mercy, and faith. These ought ye to have done, and not to leave the other undone. So nothing's supposed to be undone. Everything's supposed to be brought to the light and spoken about, proclaimed. Judgment, okay? The scriptures say that you're going to be judges of the earth, that you're going to judge all things, even angels. So, but you can't judge Esau. You could judge the angels that are in the heavens that are greater than us in power, but you can't judge Esau, man. That don't make no sense. What it sounds like to me is that you're just nothing but a damn devil, and you're set up to deceive the Israelites, man. The Negro Latinos, the Native American Indians, that keep them back in the place that they once were for a long time, man. But that's what the Spirit of the Lord told, or Yahushua told the wicked Pharisees and the scribes, man. All right. Let me bring out another one. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 2. It says, do you not know that the saints shall judge the world? And if the world shall be judged by you, are you unworthy to judge the smallest matters? You see, man, so what are you talking about, man? Esau has to be judged. Spiritually, it's being proclaimed to him to let him know. That way, when Yahushua comes back, he ain't going to say, nobody ever told me, man. It was being told to him day and night. All right? That was being proclaimed to him day and night what to expect and why. The Lord ain't unrighteous. The Lord is not unrighteous in judgment, man. It says, know ye not that we shall judge angels? How much more things that pertain to this life? So the things that pertain to this life, when we see unrighteous decrees being put out, that man has to be judged, man. That man has to be told that he's wrong, that he's going off. You see? What are you talking about, man? If we're going to be judging angels, how much, if we're going to be given the ability to judge angels, how much more things that pertain to this life? You're going off, man. And I strongly, urge you, I strongly warn you people that are still there, and IUIC members, man, get out of that, man. All right? If you're truly passionate about Yahweh Shem Yahushua and seeking truth, that there's no truth there, man. All right? GMS is the only ones that have the 100% truth. Okay? It says, if then ye have judgments of things pertaining to this life, set them to judge who are least esteemed in the church. So basically, that's it right there. But the Lord already told us that how much more the things pertaining to this life, man. You know, we had to judge nations, man. We had to judge kingdoms. We had to let them know what's going down, man. What's gonna happen? Okay. Real quick. But Matthew 23 and 23, the Lord straight up told them, man, hey, y'all want that money, y'all want all them gifts, you want all the herbs and things of that nature, but you ain't willing to go and speak judgment, to rise up against the evildoers, because the Pharisees and the scribes in that time, the wicked ones, they were receiving benefits from the Romans, man. All right, they were being men pleasers towards the Romans. You know, but meanwhile treating their own people like shit, man. You know, but the Lord said that He says, but you have omitted the weightier matters of the law, judgment. And in GMS we talk about mercy, man. We talk about mercy. We talk about faith. We talk about health. We talk about the flesh. We talk about the spiritual body of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We talk about each member and how each member has no less or greater a job in the truth. We're all the same. We're all doing work, man. You know, what do you do besides give these unrighteous decrees, man? You're giving these ridiculous commandments to men, man, to see them being destroyed, man, to see them fall. But it says, you have omitted the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith. These are ye to have done, and not to leave the other undone, man. So what are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man? See? All right. Go back to, I'm going to go back to Titus 1 and 10. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake. See, so Nathanel, Iuic, that whole organization is doing it for filthy lucre's sake. I'm talking about the main heads, the leaders. I don't know y'all's names, but that's just how it usually goes down in any organization. It always starts with the head, and then when the head is corrupt, the whole body is corrupt, man. Okay, anything. It don't matter what it is. A little crew that's on the streets to a high major corporation here in the earth, man. If the head is sick, the whole body is sick. Okay. But it says that their mouths must be stopped, man, and their mouth is being stopped, because the Lord's work is going to be fulfilled whether they continue or not, man. You know, the elect are going to be sealed up. The elect are going to be gathered up either way. You know, it don't matter. You know, but through the Spirit, their mouth is being shut up, man. Because more and more every day, GMS brothers are waking up, man, under the title of GMS. All right, just to make a separation from the other camps, man. Okay, you have to have some type of a distinguish, like something to distinguish us one from another, man. All right, just like you got gangs on the streets, they got different colors, so you know who's who. You know. Titus 1 and 12. One of themselves, even a prophet of their own, said the Cretans are always liars, evil beasts, slow bellies. This witness is true,